And we are live. What's going on, guys? So I'm doing my live stream now. Yes, I'm doing my live stream because, today is a special day. We hit 10,000 subscribers. Holy crap, that is ridiculous. So it says it's live. I'm gonna wait for you guys to join now. But let me stop this. I'm super excited. But today I was actually doing I'll let you guys know in a minute once people show up, but I'm actually doing the 10,000 calorie video today, and it is extremely difficult, guys. What's up, everybody? What's up, Minecraft's Mightinia? What's up, Miles? What's up, Haley? Love the following. Colton, Haley again, but spelled a different way. What's up, guys? So, like I said, I was trying to do the 10,000 calorie video challenge today. It is hard. I think I'm at I don't even know. I'm at maybe over 5,000, 6,000 calories. I'll have to tally everything up. But it's ridiculous. So I'm going to have one more meal after this. Maybe eat a little bit more, but man. What's up, Ronbino? Yeah. Miguel, Karen. Gosh. So, I gotta turn this camera off. So anyways, but currently what you'll see me doing is I'm gonna eat these. I gotta eat these things to get my calories in. And I'm almost done with this bag, actually. I had a couple, if you follow me on Snapchat, I had a couple of Ben & Jerry's little tubs of ice cream and stuff earlier. Those killed me. That was a lot. I had 2 of them. Thank you, Madison. So nice. Thank you, Omar. Alright, so, another thing. This right here, you guys should expect to see me shoot this thing pretty soon. Let's watch in the thumbnail, because I was actually planning on doing a video with me shooting this and filming it tomorrow, but it turns out I have my drill tomorrow, so I can't do it. So I'm really excited to shoot a lot of ammo. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. All right, stay. All right, so Will Moore, I need your help. Can you answer a question? Yeah, go ahead, leave your question right now. There's only there's about 36 people in the stream, so I should be able to get everybody. So anyways, but yeah, we had 10,000 subscribers today. It was it came a lot faster than I had expected, literally, partly because the video that I uploaded the other day has got 30,000 plus views, 31,000 views right now. So that added a whole lot more subscribers than I was expecting, because what I wanted to do was film the video for my 10,000 subscriber video today and tomorrow, edit it on Sunday, upload it on Monday. So that's going to be kind of difficult, because I wanted to have I wanted to upload it the day I got 10,000 subscribers, which would have been around Monday or Tuesday. But again, freaking blew up in 2 days. It's crazy. What's up, everybody? So, why so many calories? No, in the last live stream that I did, where I asked you guys what I should do for 10,000 subscribers, pretty much everybody said to do the 10,000 calorie challenge and shoot 10,000 rounds of ammo. So I'm trying to combine the two on a video. But yeah, that's why. So let me see if I'm missing somebody's question. Do I take supplements? Basically, I'll have a protein shake every now and then, but I'll have pre-workout. It's kind of pretty much the main thing I'm taking, because I don't know. I feel like I've needed it recently. I've been using it a lot to get a good pump and a lot of focus in the gym. But I don't really rely on supplements. Criminal waivers, are they accepted in the Army? Let me see, what did you say? Criminal waivers. Are they accepted in the Army? I've been trying to get in, but I got adjudication withheld. I'm not a felon. Well, they won't let me in. What do I do? You can try to get a waiver, but like if you're saying to me right now that they won't let you in, like they won't give you a waiver, there's not going to be much you can do. But yeah, if you have like a misdemeanor or something small like that, then you'll be able to. You could still be able to join, but you're just going to have to go through that process. So I'm not going to be able to tell you, especially specifically if I don't know exactly what you did. But yeah. Anyways. Quick, Matt. You have 7 seconds to name seven types of your favorite fruit. How can you have 7 types of your favorite fruit? You just have 7 favorite fruits, not 7 types. But anyways, I love watermelon. I like strawberries, grapes, oranges. Right? Are those all fruits? Crap. I don't know. I failed. I didn't get 7. But anyways, those are pretty much my top 4 favorites. But anyways. Whoa. Do guns kill people or people kill people? People kill people. Have y'all seen that one video where, what is it? Is it a Family Guy episode thing where they're talking about the guns and the girl's like, guns kill people. And he's like, no, people kill people. Guns don't kill people. And he sets the gun down on the table and he's like, go ahead, gun, kill people. It's a funny thing. I'm not very good at retelling the story, but Mike Rodriguez, thank you. What razors can you use at basic? You can't use electric razors, or at least we couldn't use electric razor. You might be able to use electric razors, but we weren't allowed to use electric razors. And you could just get some normal, razor. I had, the Gillette one. That's a pretty common one to get, anyways. Thanks for all the help and listening. I asked my recruiter a bunch of questions that you brought up. Awesome. I have a question about medical waivers and MEPS if you have any info. You go ahead and ask away, and I will try my best to answer your guys' questions. I just subbed yesterday. Well, welcome, Mr. Green. Welcome to the party. You're getting in when things are really starting to go. Like, it's crazy. Like, just the other day, like when I moved into my apartment, it's actually kind of funny because it was, let me take this out because, the other day, or the other live stream I did, when I moved into this apartment just a few months ago, the thumbnail is me doing this, right? That was my thanks for 5,000 subscribers video. And that was like not long ago at all. So now we're at 10,000. I'm gaining a lot of subscribers a day, like at least 100 a day. It is just accelerating. It's ridiculous. I don't know. It's crazy. I'm super excited about this YouTube, where things are going, all the ideas that I have. Like, I have plenty of ideas. Like, if you guys are curious, like, how in the world can you make videos for such and such long and not run out of ideas? Well, I have notes, but like, it is not hard. Because I guess I like what I'm doing, so it's pretty simple. Hey, Aaron. I wish I could stay for the live vid, but I'm... Oops.
Hi there. Master of Disaster.
What is that? Hey, Aaron. So anyways, that was weird. It did Siri whenever I said, hey, Aaron. Alright, so... Anyways... Is Combat Engineer not a reserve MOS? It is listed on the Army website. However, my recruiter told me it wasn't for reserves. Don't know which to listen to. I don't think it will be for the reserves, because the reserves aren't going to have most or all of the combat MOSs. That's going to be more of a National Guard thing. So if you really want Combat Engineer, then you should definitely just go for it for the National Guard. There's not going to be much of a difference there. So... My son is leaving for Fort Jackson in a couple of weeks. Can he take boxers instead of briefs? He can take his boxers, but they're gonna issue you underwear. So they're gonna issue this like whitey tighties, but it's not like whitey tighties. It's like brown, right? So they're gonna issue this underwear, and you're supposed to wear that. However, he can switch things out. So what I did was I didn't bring any extra underwear, and I bought some at the PX. So, anyways, thank you everybody. Everybody's so nice. Ruger AR-556. I got the same rifle too. Yeah, the Ruger AR-556. If any of you guys are wanting a affordable AR-15 that's reliable, that's good quality for the price, it is definitely the way to go. That's my recommendation. MEPS question. I had to go to counseling because of a case I wasn't directly involved in the incident, and at the end of it, the lady said I was fine and didn't need a psychologist. Should I mention it? No, I probably would not mention that, to be honest. I would, Mamania, however you, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, but yeah, I would not say that. Hey man, be careful about showing your weapon on YouTube. And allegation brought up to Drip 46, another military YouTuber, and he was demoted for it. I think, okay, I understand what you're saying, but I think stuff that he was doing isn't really what I'm doing. So like if I was like drinking alcohol right now and like stuff that he's done and playing with the weapon, then yeah, that's not good. But I'm just kind of like showing you guys like that. I'm pretty sure that should be 100% fine. Anyways. And we were so young that they want to make sure. Can we use double-edged safety razors? I can't use multi-blade or dispensable blade cartridge razors. I mean, you should bring it just to see. I guess I think you would be fine. I'm pretty sure you'd be fine with that. I have scoliosis, and I looked up the degree it can be, and it's acceptable. I don't know what my curvature degree is though. If it's over but don't bother me at all, can I get a waiver? Yeah. If you're fine, I mean, I'm assuming you can get a waiver, guys. Like you can get a waiver for pretty much everything. You just have to like attempt to get a waiver. But if you ask me, can I get a waiver for this? Can I get a waiver for that? My answer is just go and try it and get a waiver, because you know if I say no, you can't get a waiver for that. You know that's kind of, you know, you shouldn't then listen to me. You should go and try and get a waiver. So if I tell you yes, you could get a waiver, and then you go and get one, you know, so like in any situation, like if I had my freaking arm cut off, right? Just go and try to get a waiver. Just attempt to do it, right? So that's my little thing. That's my little piece of advice for any of you who have any type of issue, whether you have like a legal issue, you freaking don't have, you know, a license, you know, I don't know, whatever the heck it is, try and get a waiver for it. Do I think the Korea situation will escalate even more? Maybe military intervention. Sebastian Martinez. If you ask me, I would say yes. I think all of that stuff with North Korea is eventually going to be a big deal. Whether it's going to be a big deal in 2018 or not, I don't know. But I think eventually there's going to be a tipping point where, like right now, the reason we're not really doing anything is because of the, you know, other effects that might happen if we actually wanted to basically beat down on North Korea. But it would be, what am I gonna say? I just don't think it'll be as quick as people think it'll be, because like it's gonna be super complicated, and that dude is gonna be freaking crazy. I'm sure he's gonna be super crazy. So I think it'll be a pretty complicated thing, but it might be a while before it really escalates. And of course, if he actually launched any missiles or stuff, then, you know, he's screwed. Make a video about your workout routine: leg, back, chest, arms, delts. What's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday? Yeah, binary number. That would be something that I would like to do in the near future. It would be really nice if I could have somebody like help me record my workouts in the gym, because like right now I'm just not about to take my tripod to the gym and do all that setup, because I'm going to the gym to work out. I'm not really going to the gym to, you know, spend a whole bunch of time moving around a tripod, You know, that's just too much work for me. But yeah, so that's something in the future I'll do. Congrats, man. Next stop, 1 million. Hold on. Not 10,000 to 1 million. That's a big gap right there. We need to like first get like, 50,000, and then you got the 100,000 mark where you get the silver play button. That would be, gosh, I can't even think of how it would be like to have 100,000 subscribers. I can't even think about that, let alone 1 million. Like that's insane to me. That is insane. Can you bring a laptop to basic training? Yeah, you can bring a laptop to basic training, but you shouldn't bring your laptop to basic training. You can bring anything you want, really. It's just, are you going to have to throw it away once you get there, or put it in a bag and you're not going to be able to see it? So yeah. Excitable, what is it? Excitable Dread. Hey, I try to do live streams every week. I didn't do one last week, but I try to do them every week. What's up, bro? Just got back from MEPS. Doc said my waivers should go through, no problem. Thanks for the advice on pretty much everything. I watched pretty much all of your videos. Well, thank you, Sean. Thank you. Thank you. And for those of you who actually do watch all my videos, you guys are like freaking pros. Y'all are the best, because I understand like not all of my videos technically pertain to every single body that's wanting to join the military. So for those of you who are just awesome, you're awesome. Also, that brings me to another topic. I am thinking, what's up, Edge? So I'm about 99.9% sure I'm probably going to make a video topic about this so you guys actually know what's going on. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to change my name on YouTube to my actual name. So I'm going to change it from Shoot 'em Up 89 to Matt Ward. It's something that I talked about in the live stream a while ago, and you guys were like 50-50 on it. You were like, yeah, do it, don't do it, and whatnot. My name is more professional versus the other thing, and I think I'm actually going to change it to my name strictly from it's Shoot 'em Up is my gamer tag. It was like my Xbox Live gamer tag. I used to make Call of Duty videos. If you want to add me on Xbox, Shoot 'em Up 1993. That's my gamer tag. But yeah, it's just weird for me personally. For those of you who don't know, I used to make Call of Duty videos on YouTube. I think I built it up to like 1,000 subscribers like 6 years ago. It was a really long time ago. And Shoot 'em Up was like my name, right? And so it was just weird. It's going to be weird changing that, because that's like a name that I've gone by for a while. It's my gamer tag. And I don't know. Sometimes I feel like branding it Matt Ward, my name, will just look weird. But I'm pretty sure I've made the decision to do that. So I'm probably going to have a new intro. I'm going to have a new YouTube header / banner. And then, yeah, so a couple new things. Would you like to deploy Fidel Policia? Yes, I really want to deploy. Like, I really want to deploy. Currently, I haven't had the chance to yet, because a lot of stuff that I've been doing has just been in training, and I can't, now that I'm a cadet, like, I can't deploy until I finish all my training. But I probably, with the amount of time in service that I'm going to have once I commission as a second lieutenant and finish Bullock, I'm probably going to deploy like as soon as I finish my Bullock training. So if you guys didn't know, one of the ways that they select you for your deployments, like if you're in the reserves or even active duty, they basically kind of go off of how long it's been since you have been on a deployment. So whenever you come back from a deployment, you have like a ticker that starts accounting every day. So whenever you get back, it'll say this person hasn't deployed for 120 days. Well, when that number gets up to 3 years and you haven't deployed for 3 years, which is my case right now because I've been in the military for about 3 years and I haven't deployed yet. By the time I finish my Bullock training, I'll be in for like 4 years. And when deployment rotation comes around and they pick a list of all these people that will be going to deploy, my name is going to be like first on the list because it'll have been, I haven't been deployed yet. So yeah, so I want to deploy. Luckily for me, I'm going to soon. Oh man, Brady Hazel, thanks. Congrats, man. 100K will be there in no time. Yeah, like I said, I mean, That would be crazy. And I guess the way YouTube works is as long as you stay consistent, you'll continue to grow. I guess as long as you stay consistent and change things up a little bit, you'll grow. So I'm hoping. I mean, I didn't think 10,000 subscribers was going to come. I'm being 100% serious with you guys. Did not think this was going to happen. Didn't think it was going to happen. John Jacob, wish I could stay for the live video, but I'm a family party. That's okay. Go be with your family. Go be with your family. Rebecca Johnson, if you go through his vids, he tells about the ASVAB and provides a link. What did he say? Did Calvin say something? Are you going to make a video on the ASVAB? I literally posted a video today about the ASVAB, so yeah. Oop. How long is the average workday? Need the gym. How long is the average workday typically? So if you're talking about active duty or just in general, it's usually going to be, PT might be at like 6:30 in the morning or so, and then you're going to go and work throughout the day until about 1700-ish. So 16, 17, maybe 1800. So 6 p.m. So I guess the average workday would be about 10 to 11 hours. But after you get done with PT, then you can go back and shower and stuff. So work wouldn't usually start until 9 something. Does the Army have vegan food? Yes. Anytime there's meals in the Army, they're going to have a vegan alternative. So in MREs, you got vegan MREs. And then in the DFAC, you have vegan meal alternatives. So that is definitely a thing. Do you know anyone in the National Guard? If so, what was their first time at RSP was like? I do know people in the National Guard, but I don't know what their first time was like for that. How much did you make at basic training as an E1? I'm not sure. Whenever I went to basic training, I was an E3. But if we look up Army E1 pay grade in 2017, because every year the pay goes up pretty much. So an E1 with less than 2 years is going to be $1,600. So $800 a paycheck, but then you're going to take the taxes out of that. So yeah, that's going to be that. $800 with taxes taken out. And I need to pull this back up so I can actually see what you guys are saying in the comments. Hey, Edge. Couple years left of college, going in 11 Alpha or Bravo. Need a waiver for a legal reason when I was 14, but recruiter said it wouldn't be a problem. Yeah, if a recruiter tells you it's probably not going to be a problem, then I would honestly listen to your recruiter. They know a lot. They've been through a whole bunch of people joining, and they've seen a lot of things. So, anyways. Whoa. Will you try to make videos while you're deployed if you can? Yes, I will definitely try and do them. Obviously, I'm sure that they'll be not as often. I'm not going to be uploading 4 or 5 videos a week. But I will definitely try and upload videos while I'm there if I'm in an area where I can. If not, I will, I'll buy a whole bunch of like memory cards and stuff like that, and then I can just make this big deployment video or something that just documents my entire experience of my deployment if I can't upload when I'm there. But I do plan on documenting that for you guys, because one of the things for this channel is I'm going to be teaching you and telling you guys my experiences as I'm going throughout the military, because you guys are going through your military experience, and I'm trying to help you guys with what I've learned through my experience. And so I'll obviously be going through things, right? So whenever I go to Bullock, whenever I go to, Captain's Career Course, that's a long way off, but whenever I go through these things, whenever I get deployed, I want to share that with you guys. So yes. How likely is it that our soldiers come home for Christmas? It literally just depends on where they're at. If they're overseas, they're probably not going to come home for Christmas. They probably could, but the plane ticket and all that stuff it's just a lot. It's a lot. So, because if you get deployed overseas, if you want to come home for Christmas or if you want to come home for Thanksgiving, you've got to pay for your ticket, and that's going to be a lot of money. So, yeah. Someone like you would have a hard time not getting 10,000 subs. Well, thank you, Reacted Tooth. I appreciate that. Today's my birthday. I swear in a 68 whiskey on Tuesday. Awesome. Harry Potter. Is that really your name, Harry Potter? That is awesome. Fun fact for those of you who don't know, I actually shipped out to basic training on my birthday. So May 12th is my birthday, and in 2015 I shipped out, and that was whenever I left. Can I switch from active to reserve at MEPS? Probably not. Probably not, because that's whenever you switch to reserves and whenever you pick reserves or when you pick National Guard, you're actually picking a unit that you're going to. So you have to like pick that location and all that stuff, and that might take a little bit of time. So like if you're at MEPS and you're going to sign an active duty contract and you just want to flip on them and say, hey, I want to do reserves now, it's probably not going to happen. What will probably happen is you'll have to come back at another time, get a whole new thing, go through MEPS all over again, and then sign your reserve contract. But yeah. Is it mandatory to know how to swim before joining? It is not mandatory to know how to swim before joining. It's not mandatory to know how to swim before joining anything. For example, I remember my grandpa's told this story a whole bunch of times, but my grandfather was in the Navy and the Coast Guard, and whenever he joined, he didn't know how to swim. Now he kind of can swim, but he still hates swimming, apparently. I have never seen my grandpa in the water. I've never seen him in the water, now that I think about it, ever. Because we'll be at the pool, we'll be at the beach, or summertime. He just never gets in the pool. So that's kind of funny to think about. But yeah, that's really funny to think about because he was in the Navy and the Coast Guard. I don't know, maybe he had a bad experience. But anyways, changing your name is the best decision you can do for YouTube because you're an entrepreneur. Your name is a brand, a company, and these people are your clients. Keep it up. Well, Sebastian, I guess that's a pretty good way to look at it. But yeah, I'm definitely kind of looking at it from more of a branding perspective, and then people searching me because over this past week, I've had a lot of people, like friends and family, want to look me up on YouTube, whether it's for like my vlogs that I do. So like my family members are like watching my vlogs so you can experience things. My brother, who's currently deployed right now in Afghanistan, he's watching my vlogs. So I guess it's a way that he can kind of see what it's like, I guess, being around me or whatever. But everybody's like, how can I look you up on YouTube? And I'm like, shoot 'em up 89, and that's just, it's like shoot em up 89, and it's just kind of complicated. Whereas if I get things to where you can just search Matt Ward and that comes up, which stuff does come up if you actually just like Google my name or whatever, but not like it does when you look up shoot 'em up 89. So like if you reverse those, anyways. Do you know any info on the Green to Gold program? Talked to my recruiter and he said that he never heard of it, but he is new. Christian, are you serious? Your recruiter said he's never heard of the Green to Gold program. Hold on. I've got someone wanting to get the bed in your old room. Can you tell me what? My dad texted me. Anyways, they've never. How can you? Don't they like go through like this training and stuff to be a recruiter? That's kind of crazy. But the Green to Gold program is when you enlist into the military. You enlist into the military, and you go through all your training processes and stuff. And once you get to your unit, even maybe once you get to AIT, because whenever I was in AIT, we had the opportunity to get more information and apparently apply possibly for the Green to Gold program, which is basically where if you get accepted for the Green to Gold program, you go back to school to basically do ROTC for 2 years, and then once you finish that, you'll be an officer, right? So green enlisted to gold, which gold is the second lieutenant rank. That's the color of it or whatever. But while you're going to school and stuff, you're going to be getting paid, military, whatever your military pay would be. So it's a really good program to do. The only thing is like they're not going to select everybody for it. And then when you're in school, you have to maintain a GPA above like 3 or something like that. Which, you know, in college, depending on your major, is actually it's not the easiest thing in the world to have a GPA above 3, like it is in high school. High school is freaking cake. What do infantry do after PT? Just train every day. Order work do they do? So infantry guys, so like if they're working on training, like they're not going to be doing PT every day. They could be doing battle drills. So they could be doing infantry tactics and getting proficient at that. So if you're actually in your infantry, your unit, your squad, you're going to be training with these guys. Everybody's going to have their specific job that they're supposed to do, whether they're a rifleman, a grenadier, a saw gunner, the team leader, the squad leader. You're going to have your specific job. So they're going to be running through battle drills, which is basically like little mission sticks lanes. And so basically infantrymen will do these things all the time. They'll practice bounding and buddy team live fires and stuff like that. But yeah. Thanks for the videos. I'm not giving up on the Army. I hope the Army doesn't give up on me. Well, Will Moore, I'm rooting for you, man. I'm rooting for you. Should I become a Ranger or an officer after college? You could do both. The thing is if you're an officer, if you want to commission as an officer, you can go to Ranger school. But going into the 75th Ranger Regiment, that will be kind of up in the air. You're not going to be able to like sign a contract in college saying, hey, I want to be in the 75th Ranger Regiment, like you can do whenever you're enlisted. So that is totally a personal question. I need to catch up on your guys' questions. You should do a workout video. Yeah, I'll be having some of those soon. Like I said, I just don't want to hassle with my tripod in the gym. I just don't. My gym is it's too crowded, too busy. It's just too much. So if I have a camera person, if I can get somebody who wants to do that for me, that would be awesome. My phone hates me. Swearing as a 95 or 91 Bravo is active duty and shipped September 10th. Next September 10th. Oh man, that's a good ways away now. Jeez. What happens if I go to basic underweight? If you leave for basic training underweight, they're going to put you under this double rations thing where they're going to literally feed you 2 meals, and they're going to try and make you gain weight, which is definitely possible. There's going to be people every cycle who are underweight. They'll just give you 2 meals, 2 MREs, and hopefully if you eat it all, you should gain some weight. Been super nervous. Your videos helped me prepare both physically and mentally. Awesome, Andrew. That's 4 months ago. Now I'm an infantry and currently in airborne school. I just wanted to say thanks, man. Tyler Thomas, yeah, I actually do remember you. So that's awesome. Congrats on graduating basic training, and you're at airborne school right now. Are you guys actually are you starting your airborne class right now, or are they gonna have you guys wait until after New Year's? Because that's generally what I see happens is around December time. If you get to airborne school like right now in December, a lot of times they don't actually start you off until January. So anyways, how do I join the Green Beret and I am 10? So you would need to get an 18 X-ray contract with your recruiter, and that's pretty much it. You go through just that process of trying to sign up. You score well on the ASVAB. You have to take an extra little PT test thing, and that's pretty much it. The hard part is actually going to be making it past selection. The hard part about getting your special forces thing is not actually getting that on your contract. It's actually making it through selection. That's going to be the hard part. Yeah, I was underweight, but I passed medical with body mass. Ugh. Man, I am almost done with these things, guys. I'm almost done. If any of you guys don't know what I was saying before, today I was doing the 10,000 calorie challenge, and I'm just nibbling on it throughout the day. Oh man, it's terrible. That's a good question. Yeah. We already started. We graduate on the 15th, I believe, and we can start Tower Week. Oh, okay. Awesome. That is awesome. That is awesome. All right. So, what was that question? What kind of things can you send your soldier when they're at AIT? Pretty much anything, right? So, when you're at AIT, the rules are going to be a whole lot more relaxed. So, if you want to send them, I don't know, pretty much anything, right? Kind of like, if you think of AIT being like they're in a college dorm, then you can send them stuff. Now, they're not going to be able to have like a whole crap ton of stuff, but like protein powders if you want to have protein stuff. You know, I don't know, electronics. You know, if you can have your Xbox, you can send your Xbox. You know, pretty much whatever. It's not going to be like at basic training where the rules are going to be super restrict on what you can have. If you could, would you join another branch just for the experience? No. I don't think so. I mean, if I could, like, if you're saying, like, I don't know, like, I can't think of, I don't want to be in the Air Force. I don't want to be a Marine. I don't want to be in the Navy. I want to be in the Army. So, no. See you later. Congrats on 10K. Thank you. Thank you, Reactive Tooth. I'll be in one station unit training starting January. So does that mean I'll have drill sergeants during the AIT period? Yeah. So if you have one station unit training, you're at one station and one unit throughout your training process, you're going to have the same drill sergeants, right? You're going to have the same drill sergeants. Did he say what MOS he had? So if you're gonna go to infantry school and you're gonna go to one station unit training, it's gonna be kind of like basic training. Even in the AIT portion, it's gonna be maybe a little bit more laid back, but it's not going to be as free as other AITs. Now, if you go to different one station unit trainings, like sometimes 13 Fox is one of those, and you'll just be at Fort Sill, it is going to be a little more laid back on the AIT portion of one station unit training, but you know, yeah. A doctor at MEPS told me if I went to basic and was underweight, they would send me back. That is not true. They will just shove food down your throat. See, the thing that happens in the military is when you go to basic training, the Army, the government, whatever, they're paying for you to go to basic training. They're paying for your flight. They're paying for your food. They're paying for all this crap. And they're not going to just pay for another flight for you to go home just because you weighed 10 pounds less. They're going to give you food so that you can become heavier. You know, if you fail your PT test, you know, at basic training, and you fail your PT test, and you fail your PT test, and you fail the last PT test, well, you're going to get a chance to retake the last PT test again. If you keep failing that, then more than likely they're just going to recycle you rather than send you home and fail you, because the Army is going to, at that point, at the end of basic training, they will have invested months of time, months of money, a lot of money into training you as a soldier. They're not just going to send you home just because you failed a PT test. They'll recycle you, and if you just literally never pass, and if you get recycled, you don't pass your PT test, then they'll probably send you home at that point. But that's literally on you. Like, what I tell people, like, if you are in the worst shape possible, like the worst shape person I can think of that meets the weight requirements to go to basic training, you know, obviously if you weigh like 400 pounds and you go to basic training, you're not going to be able to, you know, pass the run. But if you pass all of the weight requirements and you go to basic training and you don't pass the PT test at the end, that, in my opinion, is 100% your fault. It is 100% your fault for not actually pushing yourself when you're at basic training, because you're going to have 3 months of running pretty much every day. You're going to have 3 days of running for PT. Then you're going to be running everywhere. You're going to have chances to work out at night. So if you suck at push-ups, if you suck at sit-ups, you're going to have the chances to work on those every single day at basic training. So if after 3 months go by and you still can't do 30 push-ups, that is 100% on you. So they'll give you the chance to retake the PT test multiple times. But again, if you get recycled to another unit, then you'll have another month or so to do it. And at that point, anyways, that's on you. I kind of rambled a little bit, but Gaming Blonde, thank you. What are your thoughts on the Army maybe switching to the World War II era? What did he say? World War II era pinks and greens and using the current ACUs as purely ceremonial uniforms? I think I know what you're talking about. I think I saw that. I don't know if it'll actually happen. My thoughts on it is, I guess it's not a very good response. My thoughts is I really don't care that much. So as far as like changing uniforms and stuff like that, I don't really care. You know, if they issue me the stuff, then that's fine. I guess since I'm going to be an officer, I'm going to have to pay for it. If you didn't know, when you're enlisted in the military, you will get issued all of your uniforms and stuff. When you're an officer in the military, you have to actually pay for all of your uniforms, which can be rather expensive. So, yeah. Hey, Matt, my recruiter told me I have to wait 1 year after I pass my ASVAB before I can enlist in the military because I'm a green card holder. Is that the new rule? I have to wait 1 year after I pass my ASVAB before I can enlist in the military. Alondo Kerr, I am not 100% sure on that. One of the things that I don't have a lot of knowledge on is people who are, you know, from a different country trying to join the military, because that's not my scenario. But if you really want to, you should just go and talk to a different recruiter, tell them what happened, just get another recruiter's opinion on it. That's what I would do. But you can also look up the facts yourself. So if you want to just, you know, look up the information, and if you find something online that's a credible source that says no, you can join right now instead of having to wait a year, then you just show your recruiter like, you know, what is this, you know? But honestly, you should just get a second opinion from another one. Hill HD. Hey. Drink water, it holds a lot of weight. Well, yeah, but they're gonna be weighing you, you know, constantly. So, you know, you weigh 12 pounds under, I'm sure you will be fine. I mean, you can gain 12 pounds. You know, if you eat, they're gonna feed you 2 meals a day. First National Guard drill tomorrow. What should I expect? Well, I guess it depends on what rank you're going to go to the drill at. But basically, if you're going to your first National Guard drill, just go there. Don't try and do anything special. Just, you know, hang out, talk to the soldiers, ask them for advice, ask them for their experience. Just get to know them. You might do some kind of little drills and stuff. They might try and teach you a few things. But I wouldn't expect it to be super difficult. I wouldn't expect it to be super hard. Just go, and I think you'll be fine and you'll enjoy it. Where did you get the black and white flag? I've been looking for one. I actually got it on Amazon. And again, that is a but anyways, that is a placeholder. I want to actually put like a wooden flag or something up right there. That's the plan. I actually went to Home Depot and I tried to like plan it out, building it and stuff. And it's gonna be quite an ordeal if I try and build it myself. Because I might have to get some tools for it. But anyways, I'm just here because Matt is in. So, oh, that's funny. Thank you. No, I didn't. My chair squeaks and stuff whenever I move. See? That's funny. What is a stress card? I don't know if they're still. I don't think they're still doing stress cards. Stress cards is one of those things that everybody flipped out about, you know, whenever they implemented things, because what the higher ups will do is they will like test out certain things, and stress cards is one of the things that they tested out, which is apparently where you carried around a card, and when you were getting super stressed out, when the drill sergeants were yelling at you, I guess you just brought out the card and you were like, I need a break. Like, I'm done. And I think that's really stupid. And I'm pretty sure they found out that it didn't work that great. So I don't think they're actually going to implement it. If they do, I personally think it's pretty dumb. I heard you're gonna parachute for 10,000. Ooh, that would actually be pretty fun. You know, maybe when I hit 20,000 subscribers, I could skydive at 20,000 feet. I mean, I'm pretty sure the normal height is 10,000 feet. So that actually, man, that would have been something cool to do for 10,000 subscribers, was a skydive at 10,000 feet. That would have been much better than doing the 10,000 calorie challenge. That would have been a lot of fun, because I spent a lot of money on ammo, and I spent money on food. So like, I guess the price would have been about the same. Yeah, there's no timeouts in combat. Yeah, I think the stress cards it's a pretty bad idea, like, in my opinion. Like, and it's kind of pointless too. It's like, really, you're gonna have a cards for whenever you're really stressed out. You're just gonna like have a break. It's like, no. Michael, thank you. Oh my gosh, you guys are ridiculous. Do you think you can make it through boot camp if you are shy? Yes. There's gonna be all kinds of people at basic training. All kinds of people. If you can barely speak English, there's gonna be people like that. There's gonna be people who are extreme jerks. There's gonna be people who are extremely nice. There's gonna be religious people. There's gonna be non-religious people. No, and again, I didn't fart. It's the chair. Which is another thing. I am wanting to get another chair. This thing, I think, it's not doing it. Do you have to be a certain rank to apply for green to gold like E5? No, you do not have to be a certain rank. E5, if you're E5, what you would probably do would just be to apply for OCS. So, I still need to make a video on this. But the green to gold program, and you have the OCS, right? So the green to gold program is kind of more for like lower enlisted, so E4 and below. If you want to apply for OCS, then that's kind of like E5 and above. So I think if you're E5, you can apply for OCS. If not, definitely E6. And what that would be once you make it to the rank E5 or E6 or whatever one it is, you would apply for the OCS program. If you get accepted, then you will go to training for 12 weeks, and when you get done, you're an officer. When you're lower enlisted, then you can apply for the green to gold program, go to school for 2 years, and do the ROTC program. And when you graduate that, you'll be an officer. So, do you think it's better to go to college before leaving for the Army? Yeah, no, I don't. Like, if you want to go to college before joining the Army, and like that's what you want to do, you don't want to do active duty and then go to the Army and then go to college, then I suggest that people at least do reserves, just because you will get that extra time in service, and by the time you graduate college, you're basically going to be done with your first contract, and if you want to switch over to active duty at that point, you can. But you're not only going to get that time in service, but you're also going to get some money for school. So that's going to be a really big thing. So if you're in the reserves, you're going to get some money for school. Whereas if you just went to college and then after college you enlisted and went to the military, then essentially you're missing out on a whole lot of money. Now, I guess technically you could apply for the student loan repayment program. That could be a thing, but a lot of times that might not be as much money as the GI Bill. But it kind of just, it's total personal preference, and that's one of those questions I get a lot. Should I go to college and then join the Army, or should I join the Army and then go to college? It's kind of personal preference, but I think the most optimal solution would be to join the reserves or the National Guard and then go to college, so you'll miss just like one semester at the beginning. So like you might miss the fall semester, and then you can start school in the spring. And then you're going to get, some of that GI Bill and stuff for school to help pay for school. So that, I think, is a good choice. Do I know any YouTubers in the Air Force? No. I think the only actual YouTubers in the Air Force that are on here, there's, what's his name? What is his name? I think it's Bully Juice. Is that his name? And then there's like another guy, but I don't know their names. But I don't personally know anybody. Why do Marines think they're better than Rangers, Ranger qualified? I don't know. Like Marines are different. Marines are different. I'm not going to go all in depth into that, but Marines are different. What's the best part about being in the military in your eyes? It's not so much of this whenever you're in the reserves, but when you're active duty, when you have all of your friends and stuff, that is kind of like the best part. It's the fact that you have really strong friendships with people. You get really close to your friends, and that's really cool. Just being in the military in general, for me, it just feels like you're a part of something bigger. So for me, just the satisfaction of being in the military is the best part to me. It's not like, oh, the best part of being in the military is you get to shoot guns every now and then. It's not a lot of these things. Oh, I get to blow stuff up if I'm a combat engineer. So I think Marines are just the own breed of animal. Just accept it. Yeah. If you're in the reserves, can you be deployed if war breaks out? Yes, that is kind of the point. So, like, if war breaks out, like if we have an actual war where we declare war, then they're gonna pull a lot of reserve people. Good Air Force YouTubers. Wild Blue Yonder, Bullet Juice, Kyle Gott. Yeah, Bullet Juice. See, I was right. Kyle Gott. That's another name that people have said to me. Is food at nasty? No, it's not that bad. If you're Ranger qualified with non-combat MOS, do you go to Ranger/combat missions or just Ranger qualified? If you have the Ranger tab, you're essentially just Ranger qualified, which basically means you've been to the leadership school, which is Ranger school. That's basically what it is. Ranger school is literally a leadership school to where you're going to learn how to lead people in infantry tactics and in general the way the Army wants you to lead your soldiers. And it's a super stressful environment, and it'll help grow you as a person. So if you have the Ranger tab, that doesn't mean like you're a Ranger, a part of the Ranger Regiment, and you're not going to be like a part of a specific unit because of that. So there is a difference. So why aren't I active duty? Because reserves was the best option for me. But no, the food at basic training, the food in the DFAC, it's really not that bad. The only bad thing about it is like it feels like you have the same thing all the time. You eat the same thing over and over and over again, and it kind of gets old. But it's not that bad. It's really not that bad. I mean, it sucks, but it's not that bad. Do you need a state driver's license to be an M1 armored crewman? If you're gonna drive a tank, I think it's a good idea to have a license, because on your license you're gonna have all these different like certifications and things you're qualified on, so you need a license for that. Do you have to be a Ranger in different regiments before you join the 75th? No, the 75th Ranger Regiment is basically three battalions. 1st Battalion, 2nd Battalion, 3rd Battalion. And that's all there is, right? So that's all there is. And if you are a Ranger and you Ranger qualified, you have the Ranger tab, you're not actually a part of a Ranger unit, you're just Ranger qualified. So anyways, what did I get in a fight over when I was at basic? Oh, that's a good one. I almost got into a couple of fights when I was at basic training, actually. One of them was sanctioned. One of them was sanctioned, and I beat the crap up. The other one was in the stairwell where I ended up shoving a dude up against a wall because he threw something at me, and I got pulled off of him. But yeah, that would have been really bad for him. But what was it over? Basically, kind of funny story. What did you get in a fight over when you were at basic? So there was like this one night at basic training, and at this time I was a platoon leader, and they were being super loud. A lot of crap was going on. I can't remember. I don't want to go into too much specific details, But anyways, I went in, basically told him to shut up, and then he threw something at me, and then I basically threw him against the wall, and then everybody separated us, and that was it. I'm not even going to answer that, Hill. Was that you with Nava the Beast? No. I have never done anything with Nava the Beast. I have to go. Thank you for answering my questions. Isaac, see ya, man. See ya. How exclusive is being in the 75th Ranger Regiment? Like, how hard would it be to get in it as a realistic goal? I think a lot of people think it is a lot easier than it is. And I do want to talk about this in a video because there's so many people that get option 40 contracts. But 80% of people quit before they even start the training. Like, literally, I'm not even kidding you guys. And one of the things is... And one of the things that I want to make a video on in the future, because my little brother, who was a 13 Fox, had an option 40 contract. He was all gung-ho. He was wanting to be an option 40, or he was wanting to be a ranger and all that stuff. And he gets to pre-RASP. So you go to airborne school, then you go to pre-RASP, which is before the Ranger Assessment and Selection Program. And that could be, a month long, 2 months long, or whatever. And it's basically going to be where they're smoking you every day. And literally, like, 80% of people will drop out at pre-RASP. They're going to just drop out and they're going to be like, this isn't for me. So realistically, 20% of you who have an option 40 contract right now, about 20% of you are even going to go to RASP. So you're going to go to airborne school, you're going to get to pre-RASP, and about 20% of you are actually going to make it to RASP. And then from that 20%, what is it going to be? It's going to be like, half or less than half, less than 50% of you guys are actually going to make it through the Ranger Assessment Selection Program. So realistically, I would say less than 10% of you guys who have an option 40 contract are actually going to do it. Reason being, you don't want it as bad as you think you want it, or you're not physically capable of doing it. So yeah, I'm not sure where I was going with that as much, but am I single? Yes. That's actually, I don't even know why you're asking, but yeah, I don't have a girlfriend anymore. A lot of people will still ask me like, "Oh, you and your girlfriend should do a video or whatever together again," because on a live stream that we did, that was back when we were together, and then now we're not. So yeah, so I still get questions. Maybe I should. I don't want to privatize it because then it would be like, oh gosh, but then I get questions or people tell me stuff all the time about me and my girlfriend when I don't have a girlfriend. Anyways. Oh my gosh. Carmen. Do I know anything about 31 kilo dog handler? No, not really, honestly. Seth, don't be so mean. Just let her have some fun. That's kind of... what did you mean by sanctioned fight? Was it training or the drill sergeant ignore? Oh, the sanctioned fight. Yeah, the sanctioned fight. So, I've talked about this before, but there's literally so many new subscribers on the channel. I don't expect you guys to have watched every one of my videos. But, during the Pugils fight. So, if you don't know what the Pugils fight is, it's a thing where you have the sticks with the pads on the end, and you have like a football helmet, and you can beat each other up. There was this one guy at basic training who was like, I hope he's not watching this right now, but basically he was like a prick, right? He was a prick. And one time during a counter column, which a counter column is whenever you're about to march, you have the 4 columns that you're going to march in, and whenever you do a counter column, each one is going to basically turn and rotate, and you're going to do a complete 180, and you're going to weave through the formation. And this guy was in front of me, right? So he was in front of me. He was the first person to do the counter column, and he started doing it. He was going the wrong way, so I just very nicely just kind of like nudged him, like literally just like super nice. But this was a guy who got pissed off at everything. So I kind of nudged him to make sure that he went the right way, because he was going to go the wrong way, and then we would have gotten yelled at for doing it wrong. And then he got like super pissed. And then ever since then, he didn't like me. And anyways, he called me out in a fight or something like that. And then during the pugils, the drill sergeant asked him. He was like, he asked that dude. He picked him to go first in the pugils fight. And then he told him he could pick whoever he wanted to go against, and he picked me. And I literally beat him down into the ground. Like, if you can picture somebody like just getting beaten down into the ground, that is what I did to him. And I remember he went and he was talking to the drill sergeants later that day about how he thought he had a concussion and stuff like that. So, yeah, that was a great time at basic. That was just like, you ever think of like sometimes you're like, oh man, I wish that guy would. I wish he would try to fight me, and then somebody does, and then it's just the greatest feeling. What was the worst part about binning? I'm shipping out in July. Ooh, that is the worst part. The heat. The heat is horrible. The worst part about being in basic training at Fort Benning was the heat. I went over the summer. I left in the middle of May, and I graduated the end of July. So I got pretty much the beginning to middle of the summer. You're going to have kind of the tail end of the summer, which is going to be horrible. But it was extremely humid and it was extremely hot. And because of that, you're going to get this thing called heat rash. Oh, I'm getting hiccups. But you're going to get this thing called a heat rash, which is horrible. I get it. A lot of other people get it. And heat rash is basically when you sweat a lot. You sweat a whole lot. Basically what happens is the salt crystals in your sweat, they basically kind of dry out on your clothes and stuff like that, and then it rubs up against your body, and you basically get like a little rash, right? So you'll have a rash on your back, you'll have a rash on your stomach or whatever. But that was terrible. A lot of people got it, and it's just bad because basically since you can't shower constantly, you're gonna have all this sweat on you all the time. You're gonna be sweating a lot, like a lot at Fort Benning. Yeah, Seth, heat rash is terrible, but that was definitely the worst part. That was gosh, I can't even think about it. Like, so I'm wanting to go to Ranger School. I want to go to Ranger School, and when you're at Ranger School, you're gonna start at Fort Benning, and you're also gonna go to Florida phase, and that means it's gonna be really hot. So right now, I'm really hoping that I can go to my Bullock training during like the January time, not this January, but next January, and then right after that, I can go to Ranger School. And if that's the case, then that means I'll be at Ranger School during the spring, which would be, oh my gosh, that would be so much better than going to Ranger School at the summer. If I go to Ranger School over the summer, or even over the winter, that's going to be bad. So hopefully it'll be fall or the spring whenever I go to Ranger School. $19 Delta. How awkward is the showers in the beginning of basic training? That's kind of funny. So for me personally, like the way I was raised, these kind of things, it literally just depends on kind of how you are raised or the kind of person you are. And the way I was raised, you don't get naked in front of other guys. A lot of other guys are comfortable in being naked around other guys. That's not me. Again, I guess that's just the way I was raised or whatever. But at basic training, you should have showers that are going to have some sort of privacy. But let's say the shower is this wide. Well, you may only have a curtain that's that wide. So the shower is this wide, the entrance, and you have a curtain that's like that. So if you're super worried about that kind of thing, I actually get this question sometimes. You're going to give up some of your privacy. But then at the same time, there's guys at basic training who just walk around naked, and it's just like, dude, like, put that away, please put that away. But yeah, so if you have trouble with that sort of thing, you're gonna kind of have to get over it. But that's just at basic training. Once you get done with basic training, or done with AIT, the way the showers and the bathroom situation is going to be is just going to be up in the air. It just depends on where you go. You could have one of those big open rooms where they're just shower heads with no walls or anything like that. You could have that. I've had situations where there's just one pole and you got 4 things sticking off of it. So anyways, I've heard so many PT test for basic, what the PT test for 18 years old? What? You've heard so many PT tests. You guys, I'm not even missing some of your questions. Any advice for someone going in January? Yeah, make sure you wear your proper cold weather gear. You don't want to be a freaking cold weather casualty and get freaking frostbite on your fingers. I get help with PT, so I get the chance to ask one of the guys in the Army. He has served 7 years to continue. You're welcome, Dexter. What did I miss? I feel like I missed something. Am I able to put or take things in my contract when I get to MEPS? Christian Ronaldo, you could ask, but probably not. So if you don't have it on your contract, then probably not. But you could technically, whenever you are at MEPS, that is, I guess, the final negotiation thing, to where you can say you want it or you don't want it. But if your recruiter doesn't put it on there, then I would say you got like a 99% chance of not being able to put it on there. Do you think you can go to Ranger School if you're a 19 kilo? Yes. What do you have to score on the ASVAB to become a 94 Fox? Well, you could literally Google that, but I will Google that for you. So, Army 94 Fox OS. So, computer detection systems repair. You need a 102 for your electronics section on your ASVAB. So that's not that bad. So if you get if you do okay, so if you get in the 50s, I think you'll be fine. You have to take the OPAT. Is sniper school something you could get on your contract? No, sniper school is not something that you're going to get on your contract. That is going to be something that you would do after joining the infantry, figuring out what you're going to do there, and then once you get to your unit, if you're eligible, if you're a good enough shot, if you shoot 40 out of 40 consistently, then yes. Just stop by, say congrats, keep up the amazing work. Thank you, Kiss Miss 629. Did you have to take the OPAT? I had to take one because I didn't have to take one whenever I enlisted because the OPAT wasn't a thing whenever I enlisted. But now that I'm going through to be an officer, I had to take it because I'm about to be an officer. So I did take the OPAT. It was super easy. The only hard thing is the beep run. So I don't know what that I guess is called, but the little shuttle run that you do, that's the only thing that's actually difficult or tiring. Everything else for me was super easy, and it should be easy for you guys too. But yeah, so OPAT, I would not worry about it, guys. I would not worry about it. To max it out is pretty easy. What? The pacer test, gotcha. What inspired you to join? Jackson H. So I've always wanted to be in the Army. I've just always wanted to be in the Army. It was a thing that I wanted to do. And then I kind of realized that this is what I tell everybody, right? You have to look at what do you want to do in life. Like the Army is just going to be a temporary thing, right? The Army is not going to be your entire life for forever. You have to think about other things in life. You know, if you do 20 years in the military and you join at 18, you're going to be 38 when you are done. So like, what are you going to do for the rest of your life? And for me, I got really passionate about, computers and programming and stuff. And, I realized that I'm not going to be able to do everything that I want to do in life if I did active duty, right? And then my grandpa, who I love to death, told me about the Army Reserves. He too was like, you should do the reserves or whatever. And at the time, I didn't really know what the reserves was. And when I found out that it was what it was, right? Then I was like, this is for me. So from literally the point that I found out what the Army Reserves was, I saw commercials and stuff like that, and you see a doctor who walks, he's got his doctor's uniform on, whatever you call those things, and then he walks over, and then officially, like, he's in his military uniform. You see the commercials. I didn't really know what it was. But anyways, my grandpa explained it to me, and I literally joined thinking that the reserves was one entire week a month, right? Which is not. It's a weekend a month. But from the time I figured out what the reserve was, I've said this like 50 times now. About a month later, I did a whole bunch of research. I thought about it for a month. I told my family, and I went and talked to a recruiter about a month later. A week after talking to a recruiter, I swore in. So, like, I pretty much knew, like, as soon as I found out that reserves was a thing and I could do what I want to do as a civilian and what I want to do in the military and combine the two, I did it really quickly. So, I've always wanted to be in the Army, and the reserves for me was, like, the best path for that. So, anyways. Is it gay if you... No, I don't think so. I mean, no. Maybe. What is Edge? Edge, what are you doing, man? Some people are saying you're abusing your powers. Alright. Please tell me what is safer. What is safer? Hey, Ryan Hankey. Paper? What? Thank you. What is that? You got boots? What is that? You got a boot, you got lipstick, and you have a bikini for the thing. Like, what in the world? Well, thank you. Thank you so much for that. You're amazing. I really appreciate it. So, are you a computer programmer? Yes. That is my job. That is my job. I actually have some code on the computer right now that I've been trying to work on. Someone's hacking into my account. I don't believe you. Should I go active if I have kids? Yeah, I mean, if you want to have kids, or if you have kids, like, I think that's fine. If you're worried about spending time with your family, then maybe the reserves or the National Guard would be the best choice for you. But if you're not worried about that, then active duty would be a good choice for you. It'd be something... William Poole would be something, that gives you some good security for your family being active duty. And I don't think it's a bad thing, but Friday nights are for the boys. Thank you, William. You're the man. You're always the man, dude. You're just the best. You are the Super Chat MVP. I just want you to know you're the Super Chat MVP. Oh, man. I'll change it to my username. Full send? What is that? Oh, by the way, I need to finish this out. I got 4 more of these. 4 more. Also, another side note right here. I got this. So, what happened today was I was doing my 10,000 calorie challenge video. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to have cavities because all this candy. But I got behind on my calories. And I'm still not, I don't think I'm going to hit 10,000 calories. But I got behind. And so what I ended up doing was I got these candies because each one of these is going to be about 1,000 calories in itself. So I got them. And then the Sour Patch Kids, like, you ever get one of these things and they're just like hard to chew, like they're not like fresh? Well, I'm not about to kill my jaw eating all of this. So, ugh. Does Fort Benning let you have sugar if you go into infantry? What do you mean sugar? Like, do you literally mean sugar? Because that's in MREs. What happens if you are catch with contraband? One of 2 things is going to happen. Actually, one of 3 things. Let's say this. If you are caught with contraband at basic training, one of 3 things is going to happen. First, what is contraband? Contraband is basically food or things that you can't have in the barracks. So if you go to the DFAC and you want a banana and you bring the banana back to the barracks, that's contraband. You can't do that. But if you get caught with it, number 1, you and or your whole platoon could get smoked for it. I think I just combined the 2. But anyways, you and your whole platoon could get smoked for it, or you could get an Article 15. An Article 15, I talked about that before. Basically, where you get fined about $400 or $500. You get some of your pay taken away for a couple of weeks. It's not a good thing. Don't get contraband. Don't carry contraband. If you have MREs, don't try to sneak your MREs up to the barracks so you can eat them. Not a good idea, guys. But that's pretty much what happens. You're either going to, you or your entire platoon is going to get smoked is the more likely option, though. But like, let's say, it did happen in my basic training company. Somebody got an Article 15 for contraband, but that is for like if you are like stashing away a whole bunch of MREs. If you're stealing stuff, you know that's kind of what's gonna happen. I turned 18 today. Well, that means it's your birthday. Happy birthday, Tommy. Happy birthday. I feel like I missed a couple. Can you stop just saying that comment? What the heck? Ugh. I think my throat is about done from talking. So I might have to get off of here soon. Plus I have to do another meal for this 10,000 calories. Oh. But I'm pretty sure it's because of all this candy that I ate. I don't think I've ever eaten a whole bag of this in one day. If you want to eventually become a police officer, do you think I should have done MP instead of 11 Bravo? No, I don't think so. I mean, obviously, like, if you want to compare which one would be completely better, then MP would be better. But 11 Bravo, I think you're going to be good to go. Just having military experience in general is going to help you with wanting to become a police officer. So, that's going to be good. Shorter streams are okay. Depends on the person. Are you allowed to have soda? No. I want candy. Send me some. I would gladly send you some of these Sour Patch Kids because I might just throw these away. Because I'm not... my mouth... In what way does active duty benefit your family members? So if you are active duty, you're going to get your housing paid for. You're going to get your health insurance paid for. Which is going to be awesome. And then you can get extra pay. Basically, you get a whole bunch of extra pay. You'll get extra pay for each one of your kids. So if you have 3 kids, you'll get however much money they give you per kid times 3. If you get deployed or if you are away from your family for longer than 30 days, you'll get separation pay. So it's pretty self-explanatory. If you're separated from your family, you'll get paid for that. But if you do have a family, you get paid a lot more, which is one of the reasons why a lot of people get married prematurely whenever they join the military, because there's so many benefits of being married or having a family. So, anyways. My end goal is to eventually become a SWAT officer, so will Evan Bravo help with that? Yeah, I think it would help with that. Definitely. Let me like this video. Be right back. Do the barracks at AIT have Wi-Fi since we can bring games? Ron, that's actually a good question. I can't pronounce that name. But yeah, so the barracks, we actually had Wi-Fi, and what we did was we kind of split it up for my room and my roommates and stuff. But it wasn't really that great. But you should have Wi-Fi. If you don't, I feel sorry for you. But I'm just going to adopt 100 kids. But yeah, so we had Wi-Fi. But it turns out that for me, since at the time I had T-Mobile and I had unlimited data on T-Mobile, me using my cell phone as a hotspot was better for playing on the Xbox and playing live than the actual internet. So that's something to think about. Are there EOD units and Rangers? I'm pretty sure there is. If you want to know, if you want to be in the 75th Ranger Regiment, and you want to know if the MOS that you want to be in is in there, there's like 60 plus, maybe around 70 MOSs that can be in the Ranger Regiment. So you can just literally look that up and just look up that list and see if your MOS wants to be on there. So like, you know, 88 Mike, a truck driver, 25 Bravo, IT specialist. There's a lot of jobs that can be Rangers. You don't have to be infantry to be in the 75th Ranger Regiment. I'm an American citizen living in Canada. Can I still join the Army Reserves while living in Canada? And thanks for your videos. For the National Guard, I believe you have to. I believe you have to like live in the state that you're going to your guard unit at. But for the reserves, you don't have to live in the state where you're going to your drill at. So I think you should be obviously okay if you are a citizen, but you're gonna have to drill in the United States. So, you know, depends on how far you are from the border, I guess. Is Ranger training or school hard? Yes. I would say I've never been to it, obviously, but it wouldn't be a prestigious thing. It wouldn't be a thing that people drop out of because it's hard if it wasn't hard. So, yeah. Alex? What the heck? Oh my goodness. What's the difference between 11 Bravo and 11 X-Ray? So you'll see like 11 Charlie, 11 Bravo, 11 whatever. Those are like specific MOSs. 11 X-Ray, the X just means that you haven't been assigned like a specific infantry MOS yet. So you haven't been assigned 11 Bravo yet. You haven't been assigned 11 Charlie yet. And you will find that out after you get done with the basic training portion of basic training. So yeah, so same thing with Special Forces. So if you get the 18 X-Ray contract, that means you're going for the Special Forces contract. But what part of Special Forces you're going to have, you don't know yet. So there's different MOSs that are in the Special Forces. But if you sign for the 18X contract, then yeah. So once you finish the selection, you'll get assigned that. Do traffic tickets are a big deal for joining? I wouldn't say it's a big deal, but like if you're trying to get a security clearance and you have a whole bunch of debt, if you have a whole bunch of tickets, if you have a whole bunch of whatever stuff, then that could be an issue. But if you only have like a couple of tickets, if you don't really have a whole bunch of issues, a whole bunch, key here is a whole bunch, but that's the key. But how much is a whole bunch? I don't know, but you should be fine. How often do I do a PT test? Me personally, since I'm doing ROTC, I probably take, I think I take 4 or 5 PT tests a year. Normally, you might not take that much, but maybe it'll be like 3 or 4 PT tests a year because you're supposed to do them every 6 months, I believe. Every 6 months you take a PT test, but it just seems to me that you take those every 6 months, and then it just works out that every now and then you might have a random PT test. So for me, it's about 5 a year. Can a sergeant overrule an MP? I don't really. It doesn't really work like that. If you're talking about just a simple decision, but it doesn't really work like that. So, like, if you have an NCO, like, you can have NCOs that are a lower rank than a different NCO that actually have the more higher say-so, but it depends on what you're doing. So, if you're the NCOIE, so the NCO in command of a certain training operation, let's say you're an E6, and an E7 comes up to you and tells you how they want you to run your operation, your thing, then you can tell them to like screw off, like, no, this is what we're doing for my thing. So that's the thing, but in general, rank usually comes first, I guess. Does the Army Reserves pay for $35,000 college tuition? No, the Army Reserves wouldn't pay that. Doesn't pay that much. No, it does not pay that much. What is Sapper School? Sapper School is, think of it as kind of similar to Ranger School, but it's for engineers, right? So if you have some kind of engineering MOS, you can go to Sapper School. Generally, combat engineers go, but that's pretty much what that is. It is a more like a Ranger School that's catered to combat engineers. Anyways, you can make a video on Army customs and courtesies. What's up, Aquarius Death Otham? I hope I said that right. Oh man. Man, my mouth is really starting to feel the effects of the candy. Oh man. Alright, so I'm probably gonna get off of the stream here soon. Any tips breaking in boots at basic training? Yeah, so that's actually a good thing. So, yeah. So whenever you get your boots, what you're going to want to do, this is actually a really good tip that I haven't told you guys. What you're going to want to do, and you might hear this, but you're going to have 2 sets of boots. One of them, you want to tie a knot on the laces. So on the very front part of your boot, you're going to want to tie a knot. And so on some days, on every other day, you're going to rotate your boots. So one day you're going to have your knot boots. So you're going to wear those. The next day you're going to wear your non-knot boots. And so that way you can cycle them through. Basically, that's what you want to do, is you want to just cycle your boots, because they're going to take a couple of weeks to break in. So what you don't want to do is only wear one pair of boots throughout basic training or for the first couple of weeks and then switch to your other pair of boots that you haven't ever worn, because then your feet might get torn up because of that one. You want to just constantly rotate your boots, and you want to have your knot boots and your non-knot boots, and that's what you want to do. So that's a little tip. Like I said, the Army Reserves is not going to pay your $35,000 college tuition. That's too much. So you know how, like, whenever they say your college is paid for, I mean, it's only paid for as much as the GR Bill will allow. If you're active duty, the GR Bill is going to be around about $1,800 a month. So if you want to go to a private school that costs way more than that, then obviously it's not going to cover that. Thank you, William Poole, for deleting that message. If I go active, when do I get to know where I'll be stationed? At AIT. Whenever you're at AIT, you're going to figure out where you're going to be stationed. Usually, it'll be literally the last 2 weeks of AIT. You'll figure it out. When do you start AIT? The day after basic training. So you're going to go to basic training, you're going to have family day, then you're going to have your graduation day, and then the day after that, after graduation, you're going to ship off to AIT, and that's when AIT starts. And it should be on a weekend, so when you get to AIT, it should be a weekend, so you'll have that first weekend there, and then yeah, your classes or your stuff will start on Monday. Anyways, Tommy, thank you. Merry birthday. Sorry it's only $5, but I'll give you more next time. Hey, man, you don't have to worry about that. Trust me. 5 is amazing. So thank you. You're the bomb. Holy cow. I swear, it just blows my mind. Y'all blow my mind every day. Y'all blow my mind every day. Another thing that blows my mind, let me look at this. So, I feel so bad for this. So right now, it's kind of funny. I'm at 10,100 subscribers. I just hit 10,100 today, or 10,000 today, and I was like, that means I've gained 200 subscribers today. Holy cow, that's a lot. That is a lot. Oh man, this is getting out of control, guys. I'm not even kidding. This is getting out of control. Holy cow. About 200 subscribers in one day. Oh my goodness. Do y'all know how long, whenever I first did my YouTube channel, do y'all know how long it took to get 200 subscribers? And I just did that in a day today. Holy cow. What is the pace of ruck marching? That's actually a good question, Courtney. It depends on who's the pacer. So I had the great privilege of my first sergeant at basic training at Fort Benning being somebody who was fresh out of the Ranger Regiment. He just got back from a deployment with them. So he rucked really fast. And he probably, I think the pace that he was rucking was about 5 miles an hour. It was kind of like a slow jog. So when you are going to be doing ruck marches at basic training, it is not going to be a casual walking pace. Normally, when you're just walking, if you're going to walk on a treadmill, if you're just going somewhere, you're probably going to be walking around 3 miles an hour. More than likely, your pace for a ruck march is going to be above 4 miles an hour. So yeah. So, but for me, again, this dude was booking it. Literally, it was almost like a jogging. It was almost like a slow jogging pace for a ruck. Oh man, it was crazy. Keep up the great work. Thank you. Bye. $5. When do you find out what unit you're going to, and do we get to pick your units? If you're active duty, no, you're not going to get to pick your unit. If you're reserves, yes, you kind of get to pick your unit. Same thing with the National Guard. But again, you'll find out what unit you're going to the last 2 weeks of AIT. And I should probably just make a quick video on that, on like when you find out what unit you're going to. But pretty much the answer is the last 2 weeks of AIT. You're going to get all that stuff in the mail. It's going to be this big thing, and everybody in your graduating class at AIT is going to figure out where they're going. And you're going to have people like, oh, we're going to the same place. Oh, I'm going to Germany. I'm going to Hawaii. I'm going to... It's going to be really, kind of cool. But anyways. New York City speed walking. Oh, man. Oh, my throat is killing me. 5 miles an hour is a nice steady pace. I enjoy it. Yeah, William, like I said, or like I've said in past videos, yes, walking 5 miles an hour now, maybe with a backpack on, perfectly fine. But as you guys might have seen in my video on how much you carry during a ruck march, like you're going to be weighing more than what you weigh now. So walking 5 miles an hour with an extra 60 pounds of weight on you does totally take a toll. Like it definitely makes you a lot more tired than if you were just walking or hiking or something like that. Because that was just bad. Walking was bad because for me personally, I like to run for the ruck marches. I just think it's a lot easier for me. I get the ruck marches done faster if I'm able to do a release run and run it, because when you're walking, it's just more time on your feet and it sucks. Have I started AIT? Yeah, I did. I finished AIT a while ago, a long time ago. Will I get to come home after one station unit training if I have airborne school, or I'll come home after airborne school? You should come home after airborne school depending on if there's a 4-day weekend. So if you happen to have a 4-day holiday, you might get to come home for that, but it depends on also how close you live to home. You making any tech videos? Probably not. I might do a Call of Duty live stream like 1 or 2 more times, but that's going to be about it for that. Are military branches integrated at military bases, or are they all separated? They're going to be pretty much separated. What does getting smoked entail exactly? It basically, when you get smoked at basic training, the exact process of what is going to happen for, I don't know, 90%, I won't say 90, but around 90% of the times that you're going to get smoked at basic training are going to go exactly like this. It's going to go exactly like this, right? You're going to be in your platoon formation. Okay? The drill sergeant is going to be pissed for some reason. Maybe you were 30 seconds late getting down to formation. Maybe somebody went to the bathroom and didn't tell you that they were going to the bathroom, or the latrine, if you want to call it that, or the tree line, right? So some tiny little thing is going to happen. The drill sergeant is going to come and he's going to be pissed. Where maybe you're standing at attention and somebody talks. Well, the drill sergeant's going to be pissed. What is exactly going to happen is the drill sergeant's going to be pissed. He's going to yell at you and say half right face. The entire platoon is going to half right face, which is basically you're standing here forwards. Instead of doing a right face where you turn 90 degrees, you are going to turn to the right 45 degrees. And then he's going to say front leaning rest position, move. Then you're going to go into the front leaning rest position, which is the upper position for the push-up. So you're basically going to be holding a plank. And then he's going to yell down, up, and then maybe he's going to have you count, maybe he's not, because sometimes drill sergeants are really, weird about this. Sometimes they want you to count, sometimes they don't want you to count, and especially at the beginning of basic training, you don't know what drill sergeant is like what, but some drill sergeants want you to count. So whenever they say down, and whenever after he says up, and everybody should be yelling 1, sometimes the drill sergeant's like that. Sometimes the drill sergeants yell at you even more and say, I freaking know how to count. You don't have to tell me. It's kind of that kind of thing. And you're going to do 5 push-ups. Okay? That's all you can do is 5 push-ups. Well, sometimes the 5 push-ups is actually 10 push-ups because you do 3 count push-ups. So you'll go down, up, 1. But anyways, you're going to do push-ups. Then you're going to go back to the position of attention. Then you're going to go back down and do more push-ups. Then you're going to get back up. And you're going to go down and do more push-ups. Then you're going to get back up. And you're going to go down and we'll do more push-ups. Then you're going to get back up. Then you're going to go down and do more push-ups. You're going to get back up. And you're going to go down and do more push-ups. You're going to get back up. And I was about to do that a whole bunch more times just to show you guys, like, that is what it's going to be like. The majority of time that you go and get smoked, it's just going to be push-ups, stand up. Push-ups, stand up. Push-ups, stand up. Push-ups, stand up. They might throw in some mountain climbers, which you might do 10 push-ups. Then you're going to do some mountain climbers. Then you're going to do 10 more push-ups. Then you're going to do mountain climbers. Then you're going to do 10 more push-ups. And they're just going to do that over and over and over again until you're just done. You're just done. Yeah. So anyways, that's what I went on for a while on that. But that's what most of your smokings are going to be like. You're just going to be doing a lot of push-ups. Another thing that you might do is the V-up. And you might do cherry pickers where you hold your arm out like this. So you'll pick cherries out of a tree. You're going to hold your arm out. You might hold your M16 out or your M4 out in front of you. But anyways, let me read some of y'all's comments because I've messed up. What unit was I in at basic training? Dylan, I was Charlie 247. So Charlie Company 247. So Panthers Battalion at Benning. So if any of you guys ever go to 247 at Fort Benning, I was in Charlie Company. 4th Platoon to be more specific. And listen, next month out of California. Awesome. Thank you, thank you. I like the smell of pancakes. What the heck? The 8 count push-up move. Yes. Oh, that's another one. The 8 count push-up. That one's a killer. So like, it's kind of like doing burpees, but not really doing burpees. But the 8 count push-up is basically where you stand up, then you drop down and do 2 push-ups, then you get back up, but you're doing it on your own in a fluent motion. But anyways, the leg tuck and twist is miserable. The leg tuck and twist isn't that bad. The big thing for us, the rower. The rower is something that drill sergeants like to kill you with. The rower is basically where you're laying prone on the ground. So you're laying on your stomach on the ground, and you're going to have your hands above your head, right? So you're going to have your hands above your head, and you're going to come back, lift your back up, and then that just sucks. That is a terrible exercise. And then they make you hold your hands out. It's just a bad one. If you look up the rower, that is, no, it's the prone row. If you look up the prone row, that's just terrible. Tommy, you've asked about the $35,000 tuition about a quadrillion times. Even though I've used a yellow ribbon. But my last question though would be a 3-year armor contract. Armor GO will cover a $35,000 tuition, even if I used a yellow ribbon. Again, your GI Bill for being active duty is going to be around about $1,800 a month. Okay, it's going to be $1,800 a month. Reserves, you're going to be somewhere between $500 and $800 a month. Now, if you're in the reserves and you deploy, then you'll get more money for that. But anyways, is the boots no, the boots are not steel toe. You would hate for the boots to be steel toe. Oh my gosh, that would be horrible. Oh, that would be bad. Question. All right, Marco Poe. Do you get to see your contract and review it before signing it at MEPS, like days before MEPS? What if your contract does not have everything you wanted? All right, that's a pretty good question. So, Marco, whenever you get to MEPS, you're going to go through all the medical training and all that tests and stuff that they're going to do. The final thing that you're going to do, you're going to go into this one back office where there's going to be somebody who is going to literally lay out your contract. And they should explain to you what you're going to get. Hey, you have airborne school. This is when you're going to leave for basic training. This is when you're going to go to AIT. This is when you're going to go to airborne school. You should get this amount of money for your GI Bill. Do you have a kicker for your GI Bill? This is how much you're going to get for your kicker. They should explain to you everything that's on your contract before you sign, but that will be the moment when you sign your contract. So if something's wrong, you should let them know right then and there. Don't sign the contract if it's not what it should be. But you will get a chance to review it. Can I smash? Yeah, just smash your face, I guess. Anyways, MEPS is the worst. MEPS isn't really that bad. Like, if you think, right, so MEPS is pretty bad, right? MEPS is pretty bad. But when you compare MEPS to reception, oh gosh, MEPS is just freaking amazing. MEPS is awesome. Like, I would love to go to MEPS rather than spend freaking a couple of hours at reception. Reception is just horrible. It's just boring. You're doing some of the same things that you do at MEPS. You can't talk, you can't move, you can't do anything. At MEPS, okay, yeah, you have to put your phone in that one room and you can't, use your phone and you're sitting in those chairs and you're going to watch, CNN on TV or whatever. But that is just like heaven compared to reception. Oh, man. So glad you started this channel to help people like me prepare. Yeah, so, David, that is pretty much literally the reason. So whenever I joined the Army, right? A couple of years ago, it was 2015. It was early 2015. I was looking up stuff on YouTube, and at the time, like, if you look at the bigger military YouTubers, so not me. If you look at the bigger military YouTubers, they didn't start until fairly recently, and they weren't really that big or anything. Whenever I was wanting to join. And so whenever I was wanting to join back in 2015, I was searching all these questions. So a lot of these video topics that you guys see me talk about, especially the first ones that I did, what is red phase like? What do you actually do at basic training? That's why my what is red phase like video, I tell you day by day, like, this is what you do day 1. This is what you do day 2. This is what we did day 3. Because those were some of the things that I was personally looking up. I was like literally, I want to know what basic training is like. What do you do on a day-by-day basis? What is reception like? I wanted to know these things, and I was looking them up on YouTube, and all I could hear was people talking about basic training and hearing their stories and stuff, and I personally didn't think they were that good. And so before I left for basic training, I made 2 videos. One video was, what was my recruiting and MEPS experience like? So I talked in detail right after I went through MEPS, right? So if you want to know more detail to what MEPS is like, that is like my first video of what that's like. I also made a video talking about what the reserves drill is like before basic training. So I went to a drill before I left for basic training, and I was personally trying to look up stuff on the internet of what drill is like before basic training. I couldn't find anything, so I decided to make a video on it. Well, I ended up going to basic training, and when I got done, those videos actually had a good amount of views on them. And so I was thinking about making some more videos like this. And, I thought that I would make a video just basically talking about basic training, what we did by day basis, and that was going to be it. But those videos did super well. I didn't actually expect to actually continually upload like this, but now it's just become like this thing, and it's a lot of fun. It's fun talking to you guys. Yeah. It's just fun. But anyways, can I do white and blue too? Yeah, I have my first videos that I made. What is reception and MEPS like? I talked about the drill before base training, and then I made a video on what red phase is like, what you do every day, what white phase is like, what you do every day, and then what blue phase is like, right? So those are my first videos that I made. They're not going to be the best quality in the world. Not that my quality of my videos is so particularly amazing right now, but I was recording them with this phone, right? So I was recording them with the audio from that. So the audio is not all that great either, but yeah. How do you do 50 push-ups in a minute? You work on push-ups every single day, or at least every other day, and you should be able to get to 50 push-ups in a minute over time. But that's pretty much it. How do you get better at push-ups? Do push-ups. If you want to know a more detailed answer, I've got a video on that. I've got every shot that I need to get. Well, I still get shots at reception. Yep, you're still going to get shots more than likely. Even if you have the shots, they're still going to give you some of them just to be safe. So yeah. Would you recommend enlisting through ROTC or enlisting right after graduation? Well, you're not enlisting really through RTC. Are you talking about contracting? That'd be going through an officer, or going to try and be an officer. But that is a I've got a couple videos on that. I don't want to go into too much detail, but that's pretty much your personal preference. Anyways, what other military vloggers do I watch? Pretty much none. The only one that I guess that I watch would be Nick Bear. Anyways. Yeah, it's pretty much the only one. I don't watch any other ones. Cynthia, why am I barely getting notification and you've been on for a while? Yeah, Cynthia, I've been live streaming for almost 2 hours now. 2 freaking hours. That's a long time. And I'm about to get off because, like I said, my throat. Ugh, I've been talking a lot. I'm going to basic training and banning 11 X-ray. Do I get to choose between 11 Bravo and Charlie? You should have some influence over that. Gosh, you're repeating the same question. But you should have some influence on it, but you don't really get to choose. Like, you don't get to say, I want this. It's kind of whatever the Army has, but you should have a little bit of influence on it. Jawan, how do you say it? Jayon Woodward. Yeah. I said your name. Crap, I hate shots. Yeah, I don't like shots either. There's this one section, so you're going to get the penicillin shot, which is the peanut butter shot, which is the one that goes in the upper part of your butt that you have to like rub out and it hurts. But there's going to be this one section where literally everybody's just in a big line. They're just in a line and everybody's just getting shots. They're going to have all these needles and this big bucket of needles and shots. And you're going to step up to them. You're going to show them your right arm, shot. Turn around, show them your other arm, shot. And it's just going to be like step process. You just go step forward, shot, step forward, shot. So that just happened. That's like one little part of it. But yeah, they make it go by pretty quick. And then they'll go and they'll draw your blood and do all that stuff. Why does the Marines hate the Navy? I don't know. Why does the Marines seem like they hate every other branch? I don't know. It's like, you know, if you're not a Marine, then you're not in the military or something. That's not how obviously all of them are, but anyways. You the man, Matt. No love for prior guys? What are you talking about? Well, my wife finished MEPS. She is at work for home. Do you recommend she goes active duty or reserve? Well, if she's a work from home mom, if she wants to stay that way, then do the reserves. But, you know. What happens if you slap a drill sergeant? You might be discharged from the Army. Like, literally. Like, nobody's going to be that stupid. And if you are that stupid, they're probably going to kick you out. Thank you, Courtney. I thank you for that message. That is really nice. Thank you. Do you get a standard issue knife? No, but I wish you did. That would be really cool. This knife right here that I have, if you can see it, right here. This is a knife that my brother-in-law got me whenever I graduated from basic training, and I love it. This is my favorite knife. It's pretty sharp, but I use it like every day. It has my basic training company engraved on here. So Charlie Company, 2nd Battalion, 47th Infantry Regiment, the 194th Armor, and yeah. So this I guess is my infantry, or not my infantry. This is my issued knife because it's got my basic training stuff on it. Anyways. What are some probably finance would be something you might have to be good at that. Any kind of more of those logistic jobs. So are you allowed to bring your own on deployments? Yeah, you should. Like when you get deployed, you should. But you know, when you get to basic training, all that stuff, do not bring a knife. Funny story, I actually did bring a knife. You know those knives that you can like fit in your wallet, that like fold up kind of like a credit card? Well, anyways, I had one of those in my wallet and I had to throw it away. That's kind of funny, because when you get to reception, there's gonna be like this amnesty room, and you'll be able to throw away anything that you have that you're not supposed to have. So if you do have like a can of dip or something and you were like, crap, I forgot to throw that away, there's going to be an amnesty room where you can go into this room and shut the door, throw away your stuff in this dumpster that nobody will know who threw it away. So anyways. Yes, Carmen, I'm about to get off. I'm sorry. At least if you guys stop asking questions. But I'm definitely not going to be on a whole bunch longer because, you know, it's been 2 hours. It's been 2 hours, guys. No, I do not know any of them. Did you ever go through the NBC, the gas chamber? Yeah. Will they be mad I slapped the president or no, you'd be shot if you slapped the president. You'd be dead. The Secret Service would kill you. Ever thought about being a Navy SEAL? Yeah, I thought about it. I think the documentaries are cool, but I never wanted to do it. If I was gonna be if I ever wanted to be a Navy SEAL, I would have picked, you know, Special Forces, which, you know, long story, but I was gonna do that. But that's what I would have done. So, can I throw myself away in the amnesty room? No, you can't do that. What was your best and worst meal during basic training in AIT? I mean, I can't really remember that, but like the worst meal would be not having a meal. I remember a couple of times since I was a platoon leader and we were handing out MREs, and literally since I would be the last one to get my MRE, I would give everybody their MREs first. And I would be the last one. And so I guess the worst meal would be multiple times this happened to me. Giving everybody their MREs, and then whenever I have mine, I sit down, open it up, and the drill sergeant yells to everybody, pack up their MREs, and we're done eating. So not having a meal, so that was a terrible meal. The best meal at AIT, there was plenty of good meals. At AIT, it was way better because it was good. It was good, you know. And if I got Domino's at AIT, that was really good. But I don't know. I really liked the New England clam chowder at AIT. So I mean, I guess that was good. But I can't think of a really good meal. What in the world is going on here? What am I? When you eat mayonnaise in public, what the heck? How you get to Special Forces? Talk to your recruiter about it. And if you are physically capable and you score high enough on the ASVAB. But again, the hardest part about that is going to actually be getting selected. What's up, man? How's it going? Alex C? Good. Live stream is going good, but I'm about to get off, as I've said a whole bunch of times now. Do they have a shrimp cocktail MRE? No. But yeah, like, I guess the best meals will be the ones that you do have time, that you actually have time to eat, I guess, you know. Logan, well, I appreciate you guys actually asking questions, because this would be a much more boring stream if I only had like one question a minute or less. So, most favorite and least favorite MRE. Least favorite MRE is the sausage and gravy, the breakfast one. My favorite MRE might be the, what would it be? It might be the chili mac or the chili with beans or the Mexican style one. One of those three. Not sure, but one of those three would be my favorite. I mean, the thing about MREs, though, you're not going to really have time at basic training to do this, but if you actually heat up the MREs, they are going to taste a lot better. But at basic training, you're generally not going to have time to heat up the MREs. You're just going to literally open them up and eat them cold. Anyways. If you slap a sergeant and get kicked out, would you try to get in one day? If you got a dishonorable discharge, no, you couldn't get in. You might get a failure to adapt, but I think it would be definitely really difficult to get back in if you wanted to. How was your friendships like with other people in basic training? Any fights, lasting friendships? Yeah, I talked about the fights earlier in this live stream, so I don't want to talk about that again because, like I said, one fight was sanctioned, and then the other fight was almost really could have been bad for the other guy, and that was in the like stairwell area. But any lasting friendships? Yeah, there's still people that I talk to on a fairly regular basis, but for the most part, at AIT, those are the guys that I communicate with more, and obviously, you know, they're pretty much all spread around the world, so it's not like we hang out all the time because that's impossible. But you know, we still talk on Snapchat every now and then. I had a guy literally just call me up, you know, the other day. So, like I said, like that's one of the best things about the military, and I've talked about it a bunch of times. But you make really good friends in the military, and then you just make really good friends in the military. It's just a fact. So, what MOS works at sick call? All of the medics. Can you purchase equipment you've used after active duty? Things like your issued rifle or equipment? No, you cannot. So if you get issued a weapon, so you get issued your M4, you're not going to be able to buy that from the military. Ours, Ravens, congrats on 10,000. I have a feeling your channel will really grow fast soon. It is growing fast now. Like I said, like holy crap, just today alone, you know, I've gotten about 200 subscribers like today. Like that is like ridiculous. That is ridiculous. I was planning on having my 10,000 subscriber video was supposed to be on Monday or Tuesday, depending on when I was actually going to get 10,000 subscribers, but it happened way sooner than I predicted. Like that keeps happening. I keep predicting that I'm going to have a certain amount of, you know, views or subscribers or whatever, and it keeps happening sooner. Because I remember back in October, I was on track for possibly, you know, maybe hitting 10,000 subscribers by January, and then I was like, oh man, maybe I could do it by December or Christmas or whatever. And now, like I hit 10,000 on December 1st. It's just like it's literally crazy. It's literally crazy. Time to start hiring promoters, agents, and lawyers. No. Now, the big thing that I'm going to be doing is, like I said, I'll say this again because I said this a while ago, but I am going to be changing my YouTube name to, it's not going to be Shoot 'em Up 89 anymore. It is not going to be Shoot 'em Up 89 anymore. It is going to be my actual name. So I guess I'm rebranding the channel now to Matt Ward, my name. So that is something that you guys can look out for. Like I said before, I'm going to make a video on this, so, you know, the 1,000 people that watch it will know. But I am going to be rebranding this channel to be my name. I'm taking it off of Shoot 'em Up 89. I've talked about this before. It was actually a more difficult decision than you might think, because Shoot 'em Up is like a nickname that I've just had. It's just a nickname that I've had for the longest time. It's my Xbox Live gamer tag. It was, you know, what I went by on YouTube for the longest time, and I feel like it's my name. Like I feel like Shoot 'em Up is kind of like my nickname, and it was just kind of hard to change because it's been like this for so dang long. But I think it's time to actually, for multiple reasons, change it to my name. Is it possible to be in college courses during your time of basic training? No, it is impossible to take college courses while at basic training. It is possible to take college courses while you're at AIT, though. So if you're at AIT, you could take one, and I would just say one. If you take more than that, then you're insane. But if you take one college course at AIT, that is definitely possible. At basic training, you're not going to have internet access, or you're not going to have the ability to do that. But yeah, so like I had somebody, it was like a couple months ago now, that somebody told me that their recruiter told them that they could take college courses while at basic training, and I was like, they're retarded. They're retarded. So anyways, all right. So can you change 11 Bravo to 11 Charlie? That would be something you would have to do after you get done with your training. You could have shoot 'em up on your banner. No, I think I'm just gonna rebrand the whole thing to Matt Ward. So I have to create. I'm gonna have to create a new intro. I've got to create a new YouTube banner. I think I'm just gonna leave the profile picture the same. But yeah, now I have a few ideas for things, but I've really got to change my YouTube banner. The YouTube banner that I have, personally, I think it's kind of like crap. So I finally got going to exercise this weekend. Can't wait 4 years. Oh, hey Matt, did you ever send me the message? I don't know if you did. But by the way, Maximus Gaming, since I've got you here, and if you're watching, because I've been like ridiculously busy, I think in about a week or so I should actually have some freed up time because school is going to be over for this semester, and so I'll actually have time to communicate on a regular basis. So anyways, I would stick with it. It's you. Well, can I take the shoot 'em part? No. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. It's been a legitimately hard decision of changing my name, but I'm like 99% sure that I'm gonna do it. Like maybe in the next 2 weeks, I think I'm gonna do it. Like I said, I have to create the intro and the banner first. I saw your message. We can do our live stream. Okay, awesome. Awesome. By the way, if anybody wants to check out Maximus gaming channel, you should do that for sure. Especially if you're into tanks. No, I live for that intro. Well, eventually you gotta change stuff sometimes. I mean, I could just do the same intro, but then change around, just put Matt Ward there or something. But I don't know. I feel like I want to do something different. I made that intro, but I want to do something different, I guess. I have a gaming computer with no games on it. That kind of defeats the purpose. Rebrand is a great step in the right direction. Yeah, that's what I think. I just think there's more pros and cons. The biggest con for me in changing the name is I'm just so attached to that name. So attached to that name. It's weird. It's just a fake name. It's not actually my name, but I'm like attached to it and like, ugh. What did you say, Cynthia? By the way, holy cow. See, like, I am way behind on my Snapchat and Instagram. Like, oh gosh. I need to catch up on that. I'm really behind on Instagram. Snapchat, if you message me on Snapchat, I usually get back around within about a day or so. If you catch me at a good time whenever I'm just going through and replying to people, you could get it quickly. But on Instagram, I'm a little bit more behind. So I need to catch up on that tonight. So you decided to join the army. Insert video topic song. Oh, yeah, that'd be a good idea. I needed the power for other things I do. I manage an internet radio station. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, so like for me, since I'm a computer programmer, I need this. I was actually going to get a third monitor, but then I decided not to. Like I have two monitors. They're big monitors if you've seen them in other videos. But I have two monitors, but I really want a third because when you're a software developer, like I am, just the more screen real estate you have, the better. But to do that, I will need to get another graphics card, and then I also want to get I probably will get it very, very, very soon, but I want to get the new Intel 8th generation i7 processor. So the i7 8700K. Oh man, that thing is going to be so fast. The reason I want to get that is so to help speed up render times and stuff, but anyways. outside of Dairy Queen. Well, apparently, as of today, this has been my diet. Oh gosh, I've ate really bad today. So, if for those of you guys who are curious, like some of the things I've eaten today was like 3 biscuits from McDonald's. I had Chipotle. I had some other stuff. 2 things of Ben and Jerry's ice cream. But this is for my 10,000 calorie video. But holy crap, I've been eating a lot. But my normal diet is, Jersey Mike's. I'll make some kind of chicken, rice, and mashed potatoes. I like New England clam chowder, peanut butter and honey sandwiches. If you've never had, quick little tip, right? This is awesome, right? If you like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and you like honey, what you should do is you get honey and peanut butter and you make a peanut butter and honey sandwich, and it is like the best thing ever. I remember a couple of years ago, I literally remember. Like, right now, it's kind of weird that I remember this actually happening. But I was talking to a Gold's Gym representative whenever I was going to sign up for a membership at Gold's Gym. And the lady was telling me that for a good post-workout meal, I should try peanut butter and honey sandwiches. So anyways, I tried it. And that was back whenever I was 18. So 6 years ago. And ever since then, I've been hooked on peanut butter and honey sandwiches. Like, they are just, they're so good. They are so good. Man, are you old enough to remember writing Visual Basic or no? I did not do that. And I'm super happy I didn't do any of those freaking low-level languages. Oh gosh, that would have been terrible. But my boss at for the company that I work for, he is older, and he programmed in all of the low-level languages back in the day, and oh man, that was just bad. Back whenever computers had RAM of like in the kilobytes. Apples and honey are your favorite snack for you? So you do a lot of coding. Yeah, I need to get off of here and program right now. I literally have a lot of stuff to do, but I just like doing this, I guess. But yeah, I work as a software developer. I'm a computer science major in college, so I have that stuff that's programming, and then my actual job is programming. And so what I do for them, if you guys are curious, is one of the easier aspects of my job is I'll get these Excel spreadsheets, these files, these different things, and I'll have to write a script in PHP to convert their data in whatever format that they give it to us in, and convert that and insert it into our database and make sure everything looks good for our software. Are you going to do more vlogs? Yeah, I'm editing a vlog right now, but it's taken a while because for the drone footage that I have, for some reason Sony Vegas isn't allowing me to edit it in Sony Vegas. So I think I'm going to switch over to Adobe Premiere Pro. Which whenever you switch over to a new editing software, it just takes a long time. So I should have a vlog up on, I was going to upload it tomorrow, but it's not going to be done by tomorrow, so I'll probably upload it on Sunday, and then Monday I guess it'll be another vlog, which will be today's video. So the video I'm recording today will be up on Monday. It should be. Crossing my fingers. Holy cow, I am crossing my fingers. But like I said, I'm editing with new software, and that just takes there's a bit of a learning curve. Difference between recovery and rest day. What is a yellow ribbon? What are you talking about? Reintegration program. Huh. I don't know that much about this yellow ribbon program. Do you recommend not going to college for a semester to go through basic training and revamp your studies during AIT? It depends on what you want to do. That's what I did. I took the fall semester off and went to basic and AIT and took the fall semester off, and I started back in January. So that's what I did. So it's a good idea if that fits in with what you want to do. Thank you, Pablo. But anyways, all right. So let's. I got the Mavic Pro. Oh gosh, guys. Oh gosh, I gotta explain it to you guys now. I crashed my drone. So I crashed my drone. Here is the here's the blade, or one of the blades. The other blades are, you know, all jacked up. So you can see this right here. I crashed my drone. Anyways, so I had to send it in to DJI, and now I'll have it back in a couple of weeks, I guess. But anyways, I have the DJI Mavic Pro. I crashed it being stupid with the sport mode. Oh gosh, I was really dumb. But anyways, yeah, I'm about to get off of here, guys. Any last minute questions? And that'll be it. But like I said, I'm not gonna upload a video tomorrow. I was planning on having the vlog or a vlog up tomorrow, but it's just taking me too long to edit it. It's just simply taking me too long to edit it. I'm gonna work on it now, but it'll probably be up on Sunday. So, and I'm also, I guess if I'm uploading on Sunday, I guess I can't do a push-up video Sunday, or maybe I can do 2 uploads in a day, maybe. Thank you, and be. All right, am I patriotic about our country? Yes, I love the United States of America. Funny story. America Chris, thank you. But funny story. Yeah, I am all about the United States of America. I'm all about, you know, we are the best military, definitely. I think we're the best country in the world. I love the United States. Like, I wouldn't. Other places are great for travel, but why would you want to live anywhere else? You just live here. But funny story. I put on Instagram. This was back, I don't know, a year ago. One of my statuses was the United States of America is the best country in the world. Boom. That was just my status. And that's probably the most dramatic comment section on a status I've ever uploaded or put on Facebook. And that's just crazy to me. Like, I don't know. Like, why do you live in America and not love America? Doesn't make sense to me. Do I know what Red Shirt Friday is? No. We are the best nation, hands down. USA is #1, hands down. Yeah, guys, we're the bomb. I mean, people, you see that one video on Facebook where, like, whenever this one girl, it's in like a movie or something, and the girl's like, you know, can you explain why the United States is the best country in the world? And the guy's like, it's not. And he spouts out all these statistics of why the United States isn't the best country in the world, because we're number 10 in this, and we're number 17 in this, and healthcare, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, point me out one country that is #1 in all these areas. Like, you can't. The United States, you can't be #1 in every category. But overall, as an average of everything, the amount of opportunities that you have, the amount of freedoms that you have. Yes, other countries have freedoms similar to the United States, but they don't have the same opportunities. They don't have, you know, a lot of the diversity and the awesomeness that the United States has, you know. So, anyways, that's it. So, I've already done a shout out to your channel. But anyways, wouldn't want to be born anywhere else. Yeah, so we're going to end the live stream on that note. United States of America is the best freaking country in the world. The United States Army is the best military in the world. I hope you guys have a great day. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for 10,000 subscribers. Like, thank you for all of you new guys. Welcome to this. Is going to be crazy over the next year. Plan on doing great things. So I hope you guys have a great day. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you guys